How are we doing, folks? Welcome back. Bit of an unusual start to this film, but we've been working in the garden. Beautiful day, and yesterday as well. So we're getting a bit of grass cut again. It's still growing, but while we've been working in the garden, there's been all day long there's been a couple of red kites just circling around and, you know, doing what red kites do and not coming down. But I just fancied trying to get some red kite shots, so I've decided in the morning, tomorrow's a decent forecast, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get up early, and you see that hill up there, that's where we're going. I want to get some decent flight shots, but I don't want, if I can try and avoid it, I don't want the sky in the background. I want a dark background. So we're going to have to get elevated. We're going to have to get up there. I think that's my best chance. And I've been sat here watching with the binoculars. They've been, like I said, they've been circling around. They've been getting mobbed by the crows, and it'd be great to get some, you know, interaction shots with the crows fighting in mid-air like they do. So that's the plan tomorrow. Up early doors, crack a sparrows. We'll get some grub made, chuck it all in the bag, get on the bike, and head off up there. All right, so we'll see you in the morning. Morning, folks. Right, we're heading off up that big hill. Now I was going to come out on the bike, but I've decided to leave it today. I'm thinking, problem is if I come out on bike, wherever I park it up, I've got to come back that way, and I'm in the mood for a mooch. I'm in the mood for a look about, because we haven't done that much exploring around here. I have been up here where I'm going, but I might just come back a different way. But it's a grand morning. You can just about see in the background, a little bit misty, that'll burn away. It's a good forecast today. I'm relatively hopeful, but you never know, do you? You never know what you're going to see. But we've just got, I don't know, it's not even half a mile really. I brought my stick with me because it's quite a steep incline up there. You can just see, you see the hide set up from here, so spin you around. There we go. You can see the hide just there, and there's all the, in fact I can zoom you in. There we have it. I'm still getting used to this new camera. I'm on the DJI Action 4. So let me know what you think about the quality. I had the DJI Action for quite a number of years, and I managed to kill it the other week, which was a bit of a bummer, but we've got a new one now, which has already been superseded by the Action 5. I hadn't even got it out of the box and it was out of date, but it'll do for us. Looks a nice camera, good quality, good image stabilisation. They're fantastic, these little cameras, brilliant. So we're giving that a bash today. I keep getting distracted. Look at all these. There's mossy logs and branches and all sorts knocking about. I'll have to come back and relocate a few of them, I reckon. So today, like I said on that bit of an intro I did yesterday, there were a couple of red kites knocking about yesterday, most of the afternoon, and I've got a few record shots of red kites, you know, when I've been out mooching about, but we never had them up in lengths. they just didn't seem to have navigated the way over on that side of the coast for some reason. It were unusual. You know, you get them in Yorkshire and you've got them up in Scotland, but you know, the odd one gets spotted now and again around Troffaborland, but there's a lot around here. There's a lot in mid Wales. So I thought what we'd do, we'll get high up, get up on that hillside and get bedded in. So I've not brought a lot of gear today. I've only brought one lens. I brought the 500, but I've got the 1.4 and the 1.7 teleconverters. What else have we got? I'm trying to travel as light as I could. Yeah, right, light, whatever. With a 500 f4. For this kind of walkabout stuff, I'm really contemplating that 180 to 600. I think it'd be a bit of a game changer, especially on a good day like today, when you've got, you know, loads of light. It'll f6.3, it'll be all right in this kind of light, but we've got the 500 today. So, as I said, I've got my Sirui leveling tripod, little video head. I like to try and get a bit of video done. Not so keen on the gimbal for video work, so we've left that. It's heavy as well. Bit of camo stuff, 3D suit, and a mat, and a brew, some chocolate and some figs, and that's it. So come on, let's go and see what we can find once I've got up this hill. I'm not doing so many of these today. Well, we're getting there, folks. Last time I was up here was summertime when we were photographing them red stars. And this, I don't mind having a closer look now. Look at that. There's one of the nests. See it there? Fantastic. And it's so shallow as well. It's amazing how they've, you know, how they managed to bring a brood up in that. We'll keep an eye on that next year when they start arriving again. One logged in the memory bank, that. So, like, as I said, we've made a bit of progress. That sun's just peeking out now. Hope it's not too harsh, but it'll give us some decent shutter speeds if them kite happen to arrive. But I was just thinking, you know, don't, when you're out on a day like this, you tend to become focused a lot of the time. Right, I'm going to photograph red kites. Don't be frightened of deviating, changing your plans. I was just walking up there then, and there's a flock of redwings. So the redwings have arrived, and I thought it'd be nice just to bed down there and try and get some pictures of them. But I'm going to stop, getting out of puff. But anyway, they flew anyway, so that scuppered that idea. But yeah, don't be frightened of just changing your plan, unless you've got a long way, unless you've gone to Scotland to photograph deer or something. You're not going to get distracted by a flock of redwings, are you? But this bag don't get any lighter. It's fascinating looking at these here. So this is a dead or dying ash tree, I should say. And you get these on the side. Look at them. You see that row of fungus? And they only grow on dead or dying ash trees. It's called King Alfred's cake. But for bushcrafters, it's a fantastic tinder. So these, you see there, that'll take a spark from a ferrocerium rod. You can actually put it in a little leather pouch once it's taken a spark and carry that, and you'll be able to start a fire with it. So, bit of trivia there for you. King Alfred's cake. I don't know the proper name for it, but I will find it out and put it on the screen. Right, onwards and upwards. Another thing as well, you're trudging with a big pack like this, don't go mad with clothing. I mean, you'll know about layering, you know, when weather gets a bit cooler. I thought it were going to be cool this morning, so I've just got a thin top on. I've got another layer and a jacket in the bag, because these camera bags, they're rubbish for keeping your back dry. You know, you look at some of these specialist walking rucksacks and they have airflow systems. I don't know of any that have a really good airflow system on a you know, a ventilated back on them, so your back tends to get wet. And as I said before, we're gonna sit down, have a few hours. If your back's wet and it does turn cold, you're going to get cold. So ideally, just keep stopping as well. You know, don't kill yourself. Just walk for a few minutes, have a stop. Gives you a good chance to get the binos out, have a look around. What a beautiful day. It's a cracker. Proper nice autumn day. Some big grey clouds that look a bit ominous, so I don't know what it's going to do. But this height is giving us the chance to get some good flight shots, hopefully. They were scrapping yesterday with the ravens. That'd be cool. Get a picture of that squabbling in mid-air. Right, we're here. Well, we're near enough. So that's that big tree that I was pointing at yesterday. But I have permission to be up here, but I don't know if I've got permission to be on that side. 100%. You know what I mean? But what we'll do, we've got this fallen tree here. I'm just going to have 10 minutes. I'm just going to stand here, I'm just going to get my binos out, put the bag down. Looks a good little spot here. Ideally, a raven coming in there. See, if I look there, I've got the brow of this hill, and I've only got a little bit of horizon there, and then I'm into the sky. The chances of me getting a kite shot on that band of dark background is pretty slim, whereas if I look this way, unfortunately the sun's that way, but it's going to be a bit later on in the day. I think we've got a lower hillside and we've got a better chance of getting that kite against that dark background, which is what I'm after really. The only other option is to go up to a balloon job. No, up that hill, which it may be an option. But we'll get the bag off, just have 10 minutes, have a scan with the binoculars, see what's about. Now we're getting a bit of elevation. My lungs and legs are telling me we are anyway. I'm just going to go up to the top. That's where we're going. But I keep getting these false summits. Alright, whereby you think you're at the top and it keeps going up. This is seriously steep. What a view. What a view, look at that. Not bad on your doorstep, is it? Very lucky. Right, we're very nearly at the top. Top's just up there. So what I'm going to do, the sun comes around that way, but if I spin you around, that's the view of the valley. So you can see how it's lighting that far banking up. My thought process is, if anything, a raven, you probably can't pick it up on this, but that's what we're after, something like that. If a kite came down this valley or around the back of that hill, I'm going to get in here. This little tree's in the way a bit, so I don't want to perch down here. It's a bit sketchy, like it's a bit steep, but we'll get tucked in. We'll be all right. And then if anything comes down here, I've got that nice hill at the background. That's the plan anyway. I mean, we'll give it a couple of hours here, but hey, you never know. If something comes past, we're going to get it, aren't we? How close they come, I don't know. There's loads of buzzards around here, you know, sparrowhawks. I've had sparrowhawks down in at the hide, and there's got to be goshawks around here, because I mean, look at it. Just look at that. The amount of coniferous and deciduous woodland, it's just thick, it's choked with woodland, so there has to be goshawks. You know, we're in mid Wales, so you never know. Right, let's go and get tucked in on this hillside, get some camo on and sit it out without taking an header down this hill. Yeah, we'll be all right. Spot here's got my name all over it. Perfect. Not level, but it's about as good as we're going to get. Let's get some. Worth taking your time getting this bit right. You're going to be sat here for a few hours. You don't want to be in a bad position. These are fantastic for this kind of thing, on a hillside like this, where the tripod can be a bit difficult to set up. I'll get them feet firmly planted, and then you've got the ability to adjust that head. Look at that, all that range of movement and adjustment that you have. Get your spirit level in the middle, lock it up. That's perfectly level now. going to put this ghillie lens sleeve on. It just gives me a breaks that outline up a little. And the lucky gloves, still going strong these. I keep sewing them up, but bloody hell they're good gloves. Right, a waiting game now. I've had a couple of hours. Not a sausage. Nothing. Well, saying that, we had a kite fly over, but it was proper high up. Even though we're high up, it was even higher. So it's just lighting the top of these trees up now. But as I said, I mean, we've had nothing yet. But one thing I have noticed, and I've not been up this way before, there's a fantastic row of berry trees, and it's laden with them, and there's some mountain ash, some rowan as well, which bodes well for winter, for these winter thrushes. This banking is absolutely thick with them, so this is definitely one to go in the memory bank for when them winter thrushes arrive. Typical. I was just packing up to move to that other location, and we had a buzzard came across, and it just, well, I managed to, you might be able to see on the back of the camera, I got a few pictures and a little bit of footage, but it was all a bit rushed, to be honest. But as I was saying before, you know, you can see on the back of you can just about see on the back of the camera. I'll put the proper pictures up, but I just think they look so much better against the dark background. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, a few nice shots, and then it went higher, and there we have it against the sky, and you're having to overexpose because of the light background. But there, I think that's the shot I'm after with the kite, where you can see the top of the wings. So it's not a red kite, but it's a buzzard, and I love buzzards. They're an absolutely fantastic bird. It's so good to see them doing so well nowadays. All right, we are going to pack up now, and we'll go over there and see if we can get any kites. So I just tried this other little location. It's got bedded in on the hillside. Fantastic view. Great view of the valley down there. Just to try it again, just to try and get a bit of elevation. And a bird just bombed down this gully. Didn't see what it was. Anyway, went behind some bushes and then come flying past. Anyway, I got a couple of shots of it, but no video. But peregrine falcon, which was, well, I'm 95% sure it's a peregrine. I'll put the picture up now, but it's not a male. It's not an adult male. So whether it's one of this year's juveniles or a female, I'll have to have a look in my book when I get home. But yeah, nice to see. So I've been looking in the distance, a couple of buzzards knocking about, and they're further down. They're down, you know, where the sheep meadows are. So I'm going to head down a little bit, try and maintain some form of elevation. So try and keep above them, but time for another move. think this session has drawn to a premature close because the weather's gone a little bit skanky, gone really dull, and it's only on time. I haven't got a watch on. Don't wear a watch nowadays. 2:30. It's coming, isn't it? Winter's coming. We'll love it. I'd much rather have winter than boiling hot summers. So today, we've only been out. How long have we been out? Nearly 5 hours. No great pearls of wisdom from this little film, I'm afraid. Bit of a lesson in backgrounds. You know, I saw it yesterday. I saw them 2 kites knocking about, and just think about your backgrounds. You know, because I think birds in flight with the sky, and I don't know, it doesn't do it for me at all. Sometimes you can't avoid it, you know, seabirds, and you know, it's difficult to get that darker background. But just showed today, I've seen a couple of kites, and I've not had any great pictures at all, but that bit of video with it, you know, it's got this conifer plantation in the background. It was nice, and it bodes well for the future. I've found this great vantage point. Like I said, I've not got any fantastic pictures today, bit of video footage, but you know, it's learning all the time because it's a new place for me. This, every time I come out, I'm learning, and you know, that was fantastic finding all them berries, you know, the rowan trees. I'm hoping, imagine getting some waxwings on there. But then winter thrushes will come in and they'll absolutely hammer them bushes. So that'll be, and it's on a nice aspect as well. It's on a really steep slope. So I reckon we can get up there, knock a little bit of a hide up, and we'll get some good footage there. So that's one for the future. Like I said, this spot here, looking down over the valley, I can see our cottage down there. It'd be lovely. I was thinking when I was sat here, it'd be great to get a picture of a kite with our cottage in the background. So that's in the brain now. So we'll try and work on that one. Ravens, they seem to just fly in a straight line. They must be flying from one place to a rooster or whatever, but it's a bit of a flight path for the ravens. I've got a couple of still images, and yeah, but fact finding all the time. So another couple of bits of info. So the website for the hide is now up and running. It's live. So we've got a booking system on there, which is working great. And also on the Tragapan website, which I'll put on there, we've got gift vouchers on there now, which is great. You know, obviously Christmas coming up, so you've got the ability to buy gift vouchers for people. That's it from this one. I want a big shout out to all those people who bought me a coffee. I can't believe it. Yeah, so I'll put the link at the bottom. That's amazing. They're so kind. People are so generous. So I'm going to put all your names up now. And if anyone else wants to, it helps support the channel. It's that's what it's about. You know, it's keeping the channel going. I'm obviously doing something right because you lot keep watching it, don't you? But no, I appreciate it. It's massively appreciated. That it's a really kind gesture. So thanks very much for that. Right, I'm off now. We shall see you next week. If you've enjoyed it, I know it's not been the best photo-wise, but it's just getting out there. This is what it's about. If you don't get out there, you're not going to get the pictures. So even though the weather's a bit poor, we're out there, we're learning, we're finding new places, new subjects, and that's what it's about, just getting out in nature and enjoying yourselves. All right, so thanks very much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up, give us a like. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Again, it helps the channel out massively. And we'll see you next week. Catch you later.